They say the people you hate the most are the ones who remind you of yourself. Collingwood and Richmond have far more in common than either would like to admit. Both working class, originally Catholic clubs from the inner eastern suburbs of Melbourne, founded within 7 years of each other at pubs that still stand today. Collingwood was founded in the Grace Darling Hotel on Smith Street. Now, it's a gastro pub with indie rock bands playing on the weekends. Richmond was formed in the Royal Hotel in Punt Road, now a strip joint. Fires of hatred have burned for well over a century, and the spark that lit them was just one man. This is the Seeds of Hatred. That one man was called Dan Minogue. Born in 1891 to poor Irish Catholic parents, Minogue originally worked near Bendigo as a gold miner just to help his family survive. On weekends, he dominated the local football leagues, and within 2 years had been recruited by Collingwood. He was a brilliant footballer from the get-go. Tall, handsome, fearless. It's somewhat fitting that he made his debut against Richmond. Placed at centre-half back, he completely restricted Tigers legend Tom Heaney to a measly amount of possessions. It would have been the perfect debut game, except for, in the dying minutes of the game, Minogue broke his collarbone. Even these days, a broken clavicle, you're out for 3-4 months at least. Back in 1911, it was a season ender. They probably treated it with leeches and prayer. However they treated it, it worked. Because somehow Minogue worked his way back into that Collingwood side in time for finals and into the grand final, where they met Essendon. In the opening moments of the 1911 VFL Grand Final, Minogue re-broke his collarbone. But this time, Minogue played on through the agony. He said it was excruciating, but he was great that day, kicking one of the Magpies' 4 goals. Now the Bombers prevailed, but Collingwood knew they had a very special footballer on their hands. Within 2 years he was captain and undoubtedly not only one of the best players in the league, but one of the best players of all time. In 1916, like so many young footballers, Minogue had to go off and fight in World War I. His final game, he was chaired from the field. He served for 3 years as a gunner in France. And when he returned home in 1919, the Magpies were so excited they even planned a street parade to welcome home their captain. Now, even though his military career was over, Minogue still had one bombshell left to drop. He requested a trade to Richmond. Minogue was furious with Collingwood for the way they had treated a teammate of his, Jim Sadler, who'd returned from the war and been delisted by Collingwood. To say Collingwood took this news badly is a bit of an understatement. Jock McHale, Collingwood coach, took this as an opportunity to galvanise Collingwood with that us versus them mentality that their fans embrace even to this day. Minogue had his transfer request denied and was forced to sit on the sidelines for the entirety of the 1919 season. The Magpies famously took Minogue's captain's portrait off the wall and wrote the word traitor on its back. Now the football gods love drama, so of course in 1919 the grand final was between the Tigers and the Magpies. Dan Minogue had to just sit on the sidelines and watch, wincing as the Magpies prevailed by 25 points. Very next year, the Tigers, with Minogue in a captain-coach role, dominated the competition and, of course, met Collingwood in the grand final. This time, though, because Minogue was on the field, the Tigers won by 17 points. The ones you hate the most are the ones who remind you of yourself. To this day, Collingwood and Richmond are like peas in a pod. Enormous fan bases filled with passionate people who are a bit on the feral bogan side more than most. And it all began with one man. The inner eastern suburbs of Melbourne will always be a bedrock of Australian football. A bedrock of hatred, but still a bedrock.